All right, everybody. So as promised, I am coming back to show you this quick recipe. It takes basically 5 minutes to put everything together, and it takes 1 minute for your cake to bake in the microwave. This is a low carb chocolate mug cake. So this is great for folks that are on a keto diet or just people that want to eat healthier. So you can either use an actual mug or you can use what's known as a ramekin. Y'all probably knew what that was called. I didn't know what it was called until I started doing this. I prefer ramekins because I just think they're super cute. But if you have a mug or a ramekin, then you can do this. So the first thing you're going to need is to determine if you're going to choose a mug or a ramekin. You're also going to need 2 tablespoons of butter. Okay. I've already melted this butter. Okay. So then the next thing that you're going to need is you're going to need 1 large egg. Now, for folks who are vegan, I know that a lot of people will substitute they'll substitute applesauce for the egg. And, I've never tried it, but I know that that's what people do. I would suggest mixing this around because as you add the other ingredients, it gets harder and harder to kind of mix things around. So just kind of mix things around as they go. You're also going to need 2 tablespoons of coconut flour. Y'all, coconut flour smells so good. It smells so good. Now, everybody kind of suggests that you mix everything around in the ramekin. Personally, I think it's messy, but for the sake of today or this evening, I just wanted to show you how easy this actually can be. The next thing you're going to need are 2 tablespoons of almond flour. I got all of these ingredients right from Walmart, y'all. Yep, right from Walmart. And I'll tell you, was it more of an investment? Yeah, it was, because, regular flour, you can get regular flour for less than $2. And if you're getting coconut flour and almond flour, you can expect to spend between $3 to $5 on a bag, depending on, the brand that you get. So here is our almond flour. Remember, you want 2 tablespoons of that. See, I made the mistake of throwing everything in there at one time because I already made one because I wanted to quickly kind of show this to you. But this time she's doing things a little bit different. The next thing you're going to want to have is you're going to need some baking cocoa, and you want it to be unsweetened. That's the trick there. Okay. That's the trick. And you're going to also need 2 tablespoons of that. I wish I would have just mixed this in its own bowl because I just prefer that. I like having a lot of space. So just be prepared if you do decide to mix it in your own little ramekin or in your mug cake. It's gonna be a little bit messy, but it's gonna be so delicious when it is all said and done. The other thing you're gonna want to do is add a sweetener. Now, the sweetener that I use, and my best friend Jasmine actually got me hooked on this sweetener. It's called monk fruit sweetener, and it's a great sugar replacement. And it is great for keto. Okay, so those that are on the keto diet, you're wanting to be low carb, this is really good for you. And we're just about done. The only other things that we need to do is add the sweetener in there, and we need to add in our baking powder and vanilla extract, and we will be done. It's taking me more time to mix this around, but like I said, everybody kind of suggests doing it right in that space. Child, I'm probably gonna always do it in something else and just kind of pour it in there. Let me mix in my monk fruit. Again, this is my sweetener. Other people like to use stevia. To me, monk fruit is really good. It's a really good sugar substitute. And as you guys can see, this almost looks like it's a nice little dough, right? You see that? You want 1/4 of a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I know I put too much in there. I always tend to eyeball my stuff. It just makes things go a little bit faster. And then when it comes to your baking powder, you want 1/2 teaspoon of the baking powder. So again, we just gonna eyeball that just a little bit. Throw that in there. And once you've mixed everything around really, really good, You're gonna throw it into the microwave literally for about 1 minute. Now, let's start with the butter. When you're mixing your butter, when you're melting your butter, I do it in 20-second increments, because otherwise you're gonna hear an explosion inside of your microwave. When it comes to the cake, I honestly start with about 45 seconds. And then I'll go back and see if I need to add 20 seconds or what have you. So this is about ready. This looks mixed really good. And I actually have one that I've already prepared for you. Now I'll tell you, it tastes really good when it's hot. But here's the beautiful thing is that when you have it in a ramekin or you have it inside of a mug, it actually holds the heat for a while. And you're actually going to want to let it cool off for a few minutes. A lot of people say, don't let it cool off. Child, please, you will burn the mess out of your hands. And I want you to see that. Very cake-like, very cake-like. And it's actually still it's actually pretty hot to the touch. But with this, a lot of people will actually put jelly inside of there. You can put some dark chocolate inside of there. You can also top it with some coconut whipped topping. Yes, baby. And there you go. Add yourself a little cherry right there. And you have a 1-minute mug cake. And I promise you, it is really good. Let me dip into it so you can see it. So you can just see what that looks like on the inside. Very moist. Can you tell? It's very moist. I feel like I'm wasting some of it because it's falling out, but that's okay. It's for the video. Very cake-like. Yes. So let me taste it. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's good. That is really good. And it doesn't even taste like it's sugarless. So there you have it. Sorry, that's gross. I hate when people talk in my ear. There you have it. The 1-minute chocolate mug cake. All right. Y'all have a good one.